To install the crankshaft pulley, we want to align the guide pin with the hole on the crank pulley. So I'm just going to go ahead and push that on and then line it up on the nose of the crankshaft. I'm going to install our bolt. I have already lubricated the threads on both the crank and on the bolt itself. Sometimes to just tap it on because it's a tight fit, to slide over the crank. Now, when we go to tighten this, the crankshaft is going to want to spin. So if I take my bronze punch, making sure it doesn't have any knurling or anything that will damage either the sealing surface here or the connecting rod bushing, we can slide this in through the rod bushing, and then as we rotate the engine, it will actually lock up against the engine case. This allows us to be able to tighten up the front crankshaft bolt. The other method would be if we had a flywheel installed and we could apply the flywheel lock tool. That will also lock up the front crank bolt. So once I've got the pulley drawn in with a regular ratchet, I'm going to take my torque wrench. We've already got the crank pulley, the crankshaft locked with our brass punch, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten this to 80 Newton meters. So once I've tightened the front crank pulley, I can just go ahead and back this off a little so I can slide out my brass punch. The last cover on the crankshaft, which is down here, is the intermediate cover. We have left this off for right now because until we install the pistons and cylinders and the cylinder heads, cam boxes, and cams, we need to have this cover exposed because we need to measure our depth to our timing chain gears. So the last thing on the crankcase assembly was just the front crank pulley, and this should complete the crankcase assembly.